Hey, shalom, shalom, shalom. This is Naaman with the Great Millstone Camp here in DC, back for another video. But first and foremost, call hello Yahweh, Shem Yahushua, Shem Rakah, and of course, double honors go out to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone who, well, deserve double honors. Salutations go out to the fellow Akim that are out there on the highways and byways, various camps throughout the world. All right, because we got camps virtually everywhere. All right, and if you're not there physically, well, we upload buku videos. All right, let's go out and actually for the edification of the hopeful elect of our people, but they're out there for everybody, so no one really has an excuse. All right, this is the copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Fair use, fair use, fair use. So what we have for you today is, hey, what goes around comes around, and that's never more true. As in this video, it's going to explain gun rights in America. And if you don't know, well, what has it always been about? Racism. Control. All right? Straight up so-called white supremacy, Edomite supremacy. That's what everything actually goes back to. No matter how they try to gaslight you. Yeah. And they're being exposed. All right, so you can't hide it no more. So here we go. This brother here is Prophet B. All right.
Watch this clip.
Can I make some people uncomfortable real quick, Don? Are you cool with that?
Come on, Charlie, it's me.
Come on.
Unlimited.
Okay. Let's talk about gun control in this country. All right, and what it's always been about. All right, let's recap a situation that we're all aware of. He had a legal gun permit. Okay. He was approached first by law enforcement. Law enforcement were given commands. He wasn't resisting those commands, but then he was shot and killed. Everybody knows.
So who is he talking about? Sadly, people that never gave a fuck, just recently tuned in because, well, these things are happening to a certain demographic now, would say Mr. Pretty, the late Mr. Pretty, happened in the same place, in the same area, really. Sadly, no. This is who he's talking about. The sad thing is, everybody forgot about this individual because it was not them. It was not them folks. But now, hey.
I'm talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alex Pretty?
Mm-hmm.
No. I just described Philando Castile.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I just described.
Okay.
I described the murder of Philando Castile in the same exact city where Alex Pretty was murdered. All right. Now let's go back. To 1968 when the very first open carry gun laws were ever put into place that said you can no longer open carry in the state of California. Why did that happen? Because the Black Panthers showed up to the Capitol in California, open carrying.
He was governor.
The history of gun control in this country has always been one of white supremacy, right? Philando Castile was legally carrying. Philando Castile was approached by the officer while not committing a crime. Philando Castile complied with the officer, and Philando Castile was murdered. For all the people across this country that are in shock and awe at what ICE is doing, need to realize that they're doing what we've always allowed police to do to the black and brown community. And maybe had we just fucking listened at any point during the last 50, 60, 70, 80 years when this police brutality was happening across the country, we wouldn't be here right now. So when I hear Donald Trump now talk about gun control, I'm in the least bit shocked. I'm in the least bit fazed by it, because that's always been the policy of gun control. People that I approve can have guns, and people I don't approve cannot. That's been the reality in America forever. We talk about the Second Amendment as if it applies to everybody. No, it doesn't.
Nope.
The black and brown community has always been suppressed in having guns. Make everybody a felon, then say felons can't have guns. Well, black people are disproportionately made to be felons. Same thing with voting. Right? So gun rights and gun laws in this country have always applied to those who fit the mold of white supremacy. And right now we're in late stage white supremacy, where white people are now feeling the effects of the white supremacy they ignored their whole lives. And just like Malcolm X said, the chickens have come home to roost. So you listen to him say now that you shouldn't have a gun. That was always the policy of white supremacy. If you're not on my fucking side, you don't get a gun.
I love it when somebody say the way it is, and this guy just did.
Let's get some of the comments. This man just beautifully expressed one of the most brutally honest truth, and he's right. I hit different when it happens to their own. Exactly. The Constitution is being violated daily by these politicians to get the response for the other one. That has always been the case. Yep, privilege is when a problem isn't a problem until it's a problem for you. There you go. Privilege, that's another way to describe white privilege. Now it's a tragedy and so sad to see middle America. I see what you did there. Word to Slim Shady. Oh, and here's another good point. But it didn't hit different with just white people. It hit different with the liberals. Exactly. Because for those of you that are constantly fooled by this liberal crap, you think they want to give up their privilege? No. None of these motherfuckers like us. All right, he says, and since we're quoting Malcolm X, do you remember what he said about who the real threat to black Americans were? The white liberal. I'm a hard Republican, but have a few black friends who carry. One of my firearms instructors was black, and he was one of the best instructors I've had. I've learned it's not the race, it's the political ideology faction of someone that's the problem. Nah. It was California Republicans who were uncomfortable with black men open carrying and protesting. Who was governor? It was Ronald Reagan at the time, at the Capitol while armed. These same Republicans went on to jail prominent members of the Black Panther Party unjustly. They sent that governor to the White House. His name was Ronald Reagan. All right, there we go. Facts over feelings, and he is spitting straight up facts. It says Keith Porter can't be forgotten. That was the guy out there when Pretty and what was her name, Renee Good, were killed. Well, the third one was out in California. Now, did he do some absolute dumbass shit? Yeah. All right, but I mean, no, it ain't even no buts to it. But his name is not mentioned. This was an off guy that was off duty. All right, and ran to where this guy was, and this guy was, you know, he was at home, but anyway. Philando Castile was my cousin. This was a damn shame. Skin color choice. Yes, the chickens are coming home to roost. Let's see the replies to that. My condolences. All right, let's see. Condolences to your family. This is a very awful state. Cosplaying a decent place to live. Again, condolences. All right. This country is built on racism. Tell us something we don't know. Yeah, well, you know, that's the gist of it. Let's get a couple of scriptures because, like I said, the chickens are coming home to roost. All right, let's get an oldie but goodie. Let's go to 9 this time. All right. It says, the heathen are sunk down in the pit that they made, and the net which they hid is their own foot taken. All right. The Most High, whose name is Yahweh, is known by the judgment which he executeth. The wicked is snared in the work of his own hands. Hagion Salah. And indeed, they are, because this is all they got to do, all right, is sit around and dream up shit. Let's get another one. Proverbs 4:16, for they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fail. Like I said, they get all this legislation and shit. And what is it for? It's for trapping up the Israelites. All right, this is Psalms 94:20. Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee? No. All right, which frameth mischief by a law. Which frameth mischief by a law. All right. Psalms 58:2. Yea, in heart ye work wickedness. Ye weigh the violence of your hands in the earth. All right, these laws and things and legislation, it's not meant to do justice to the children of Israel. Quite the opposite. All right. And I'll keep referencing the videos that the bishops and elders did years ago about America being an open air prison for the Israelites. All right, it's a whole lot of those videos, I believe, because of the time limit at YouTube at the time. It was like 10 or 15 minutes. So it's like around 40 of those videos. All right. Something to look into, just in case, you know. But, yeah, this is what they do. All right. Let's see. And, of course, the ultimate, all right, is what we've been talking about. And he calls it all, both small and great. You know, the MOTB, which is coming. Rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. This is the shit that's, all right, this is ongoing. This is what everything is pointing towards, all right? When we say frameth mischief by law, hey, this is the old grand, all right, which is coming. All right, so again, this has been, this guy just nipped it in the bud, all right? Straight to the point, no bullshit. All right, so once again, I hope whoever views this has been a very short video by my standards. Hope whoever views this has been edified. All right, and this is what Jake has got to deal with in wicked-ass Babylon, you know, just one of many, all right, things. But we see the light at the end of the tunnel, and that's the important thing here. This place is done for. So once again, remain circumspect out here. Keep your eyes and ears open. Things are speeding up, people. All right, so until the next video, shalom.